welcome to Raw and Real with Shikha, where we keep it raw, real, and inspiring. Here, the conversations are unfiltered, the questions are unexpected, and the guest, hey, they never see it coming. Today, I have an incredible guest, someone who turned a simple idea into a powerful movement. Indian Women Dubai, a community of more than 100,000 women, empowering and uplifting women. But Reema ji, tell me honestly, when you started Indian Women Dubai, did you ever thought that your biggest achievement would be coming to my show, Raw and Real, sitting here with me, and in real, we are flipping the script right now. So, welcome on my show, and let's get into the madness.
Thank you so much, Shikha. It's lovely to sit on the other side of you. Usually, I'm the one asking people questions, so it's nice to be on the other side of the table. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Let's deep dive. Reema, first of all, tell me that IWD has grown into a massive community over 100,000 members. But let's rewind. What was that exact moment when you thought, I need to create this space for Indian Women Dubai?
So I think I call Indian COVID changed a lot of lives, and it changed mine too. I call Indian Women Dubai a COVID baby because I think the core of the community was born during COVID, which it relies on support and help from the members, from the women in the community. And that's the core of IWD, of women supporting women, right? We come together every day on the platform to help each other, to ask questions, to answer questions, and be there for each other. Right. During COVID, we started that movement where we felt the stress in the system. So, at that time, nobody knew IWD. It was a very small and just another Facebook group. But every day during COVID, for 5 months back to back, I hosted a Zoom session at 4 o'clock, and we would do Zumba, we would do meditation, we would do yoga, everything and anything that women can feel supported with, because there was so much women were emotionally stressed, physically stressed, financially stressed because of everything going on during COVID, right? And they loved what we did. So just by word of mouth, just by women recommending other women to join the community, we grew from a handful of members to 30,000. In 5 months, word of mouth, $0 spent on marketing. And when we reached that 30,000 number, I was like, oh my God, we've created something nice. That's when I left my corporate job and decided to run it full time.
That's incredible. Starting something from scratch is never easy. Did you ever doubt yourself in the beginning? How did you push through?
I think it's passion. I am genuinely very passionate about women. I am passionate about hearing the success stories of women from our community. And like you are one of them, right? We started together at that time. And I love going back and listening to how IWD has been a little part of their journey of what they've become today. And when you have that passion, then you can start anything from scratch.
So true. I 100% agree on that. You moved to Dubai in 2019. What was that initial transaction like for you? Did you face any cultural shift or challenges?
I love Dubai. I think Dubai welcomed us with open arms. Just for context, we moved here after having spent 10 years in London. So we were Londonites by the time we landed here, right? But I think Dubai is like second home for all Indians, right?
Yes.
There is so much of a bigger Indian community, and the welcome that we get as a nation here is beautiful. So you can carve your own path in Dubai as an Indian and be proud to be an Indian. So you don't have to hide behind, getting a British passport or doing anything like that. You can be very proudly Indian and be yourself here. So I love Dubai for that.
So true. So true. I mean, yes, it's a home away from home, and we all love Dubai. A lot of people start social groups, but now everyone turns into a movement. What do you think made IWD stand out?
I think the intention of everything we do on the platform is for women to come together and women supporting women. The first tagline that we built still stays true 5 years later, and that hasn't changed. On the back of it, we've launched various initiatives, whether it's running the social community, whether it's running an exclusive group for women entrepreneurs, Indian Women Network now, whether it's expanding into the corporate world. Everything that we do still comes with that mantra that when women support each other, incredible things can happen.
So true. My next question to you is, you were a management consultant for 12 years before this. How did that corporate experience shape the way you build IWD?
You know what? I'll tell you a story. I met my one of my managers who used to manage me at Bain, and I was like an associate consultant there yesterday for dinner. And he asked me the same question. And I told him what I learned in my corporate years. There were 3 skills that I took away, which I implement today at IWD too. The first skill is working in teams. You know, you work as a team member and now as a team leader. Both of them require that skills of being together and looking at the bigger picture and working towards a goal, right? And that is what IWD is. The second thing is communicating properly, right? So the corporate world trains you in communication. I was a very raw talent when I joined my corporate world. But, you know, through presentations, through working with senior management, senior leadership teams, CEOs, CXOs, that what we are presenting as management consultant, I think that skill set of being able to communicate my ideas effectively to the world and to my team helps us deliver what IWD does today. And the third thing is analytics. You know, you can't, communities are run, but you need to analyze how you're growing, which campaign is working, how can we drive growth better, how can we, which campaign is more engaged, where do women come and support each other and do more of that. And I think that skill set of mastering Excel and PowerPoints from my corporate world helps me today even.
Right. I mean, yes, communication is the key and it really helps. So, every founder faces that one tough phase where they almost give up. Was there ever a moment like that for you?
Actually, to be honest, Shikha, I will say there have been challenges along the way, but I have never thought of looking back. I think I've grabbed every challenge and thought, how will we turn it into an opportunity, right? There, you know, you always get new ideas, new campaigns. Instagram is changing, Facebook algorithm is changing, but we turn that around and we've thought, okay, what can we do better to turn it around? And I think that's kind of the spirit I go with every day.
That's nice. I mean, my next question is related to that. Like, you have worked with so many women's, and what's that one story, you know, IWD that truly moved you?
A lot of them. I don't think we can point out a single story. I think a lot of them, a lot of the women have grown with us from the community. For example, I know a lady who used to, whose husband lost her job during COVID, and she used to sell undio on the community during IWD. She was not licensed then. But somebody bought undio from her in the community, and now she has a licensed restaurant in Sharjah. And they invested in her. They loved the undio, and they said, "We'll give you the backing as an investor. You set up a full-fledged restaurant." How beautiful is that?
Beautiful.
You know the Party Buzz, right? They were the winners in IWD Award Season 1 as our event decor, and they were doing it from their homes.
Yes.
Today they have a warehouse, and they're doing bigger weddings and corporate events and everything. So we have so many success stories in IWD that I think pointing one will be very difficult.
That's so true. I mean, yes, IWD not only have given women's wings to fly, but a lot of opportunities, basically. So, Reema, the next question for you is, empowering women is power, but also comes with a lot of challenges. Have you faced any resistance or negativity?
We always face resistance and negativity. If you're growing, you will always have haters. I think trolling, especially in this internet world, in this social media world, is very normal. People, but I feel the trollers are also looking at you and getting inspired. They just want to be where you are today.
Yes.
So I take it positively, and honestly, I move on. And I think I'm blessed with a circle of friends who I fall back on whenever I have doubts. And they come back and they always lift me up and they always cheer me on. And I think they stand for me every time I'm asked them for. So I'm always blessed to.
Yes. I mean, few handful friends, what you have, I have seen it, and I know that the friends, they play a very important role in life as well.
And you know, and the people who stood for me the first year, when I was nobody and nobody knew Reema. See, today people know IWD and know Reema and all of that. When I started in the first year, the friends who showed up at my first event are still my best friends. You know, you call it Arpita, Kajal, Neeta, all my pink squad. I mean, I love them all and they are my fallback.
Yes.
And they're still the same. We've come such a long way. Everybody has grown in the last 5 years, but the bond we all share, it's always special.
Definitely. A lot of women struggle with self-doubt and confidence. What's your advice of for that someone who is listening who feels they are not enough?
I think you are unique and that is your superpower. And you just have to come out with that superpower, believing in yourself. Because what you can do, nobody else can do. And if you believe in that, get out of your house, do whatever your passion is in life, whether you're an artist or an entrepreneur or anything that passionates you, you just have to get out of the house.
So you are the hero of your own story.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had made a tough call or take a risk that scared you? What happened?
Tons of them, yeah. Tons of them along the way. A lot of initiatives which we've launched or I said, should I do it? Should I not do it? IWD Award season 1 was completely out of the blue, right? The first one, I did not know what we were doing, but now it's become an iconic event in town that everybody looks forward to. The first event was always doubtful. Should I do it? I mean, will it be worth it? But now I think we are on to building a brand that people want to associate with, want to be a part of. And I think you have your learnings along the way.
True. What's that one myth, women's empowerment, that you wish people would stop believing in?
I think the myth is that women can't have it all. And I kind of agree that women can't have it all. We are always prioritizing, but we can prioritize and still have it all in our own way. Sometimes you are balancing family life and the family and the kids need you. Sometimes you're at work because, everything else is taken care of. So it's about, you may not have it all at all the times, but there are times when you can have the best of everything.
So you should not feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty. Be yourself, right? And be happy in whichever state of life in mind you are. As long as you are happy doing what you're doing, that's all you need.
That's all you need. So true. Social media can be a double-edged sword. Have you ever had a deal with trolls or criticism?
Oh, tons of them. We do podcasts like you, right? Some of the podcasts have had millions of views and thousands of negative comments. And especially I feel bad when my guests get trolled and all of that. But I feel it's a part of the deal. I see it as engagement. I kind of have developed a thick skin now of seeing if you're commenting on my post, you're still helping me get more reach. And you are just sitting behind a computer and trolling. Stand in front of me and then we can have a more sensible argument, right? You can't sit in front and behind like some screens and make negative comments.
So you handle it very chill.
Yeah. I think over time, having done so many podcasts and all of that now, I have a very thick skin.
That's
I think
great.
honestly, my mission is very pure. And nobody can doubt that. And I think as long as my heart is set on that intention and my mind is working towards that, I don't care about the negative people.
True. You often talk about financial independence for women. Why do you think that that's still a challenge today?
It's a big challenge. Still today, women have to ask for even like 100 dirhams to spend on themselves. I just feel they need to stand up for themselves. Everybody has a talent, whether it's cooking, cleaning, artist, or whatever you can do from home. Women need to be financially independent to have that voice in the room. And when you are financially independent, you're confident. You can put your thoughts on the table. And that is why I always champion women to be doing something so that at least they're independent. They don't have to ask for small spends here and there. Even if you're not a millionaire, I'm not asking women to become millionaires. I'm asking them to be earning enough that they can have a voice everywhere they go.
What's IWD take on this? Like you have network events and all. Do you teach them how to handle their finance?
Tons of them, right? From so we do a couple of things, right, Shikha? So one is the first step for me is if you want to be a women entrepreneur, we have the Indian Women Network. It's a 1-year-old initiative now. We have 200 plus women entrepreneurs talking to each other every day. We teach them about money, marketing, and mindset. Why? Because you need all these three for you to be a successful entrepreneur. You need to learn about money. You need to learn how to manage your money, because people don't even know basic Excel skills, right? Then you need to learn marketing. In this age, you can't ignore social media. If your brand is not foundable on Instagram, it's not even a business these days, right? And the mindset, which is, I think, the biggest struggle women have about coming out from their homes. So we work a lot on that, basically, right? So that is the women entrepreneurs bit of them becoming financially independent. There's an important element of, okay, you are financially independent, you also need to save and invest your money. So we actively encourage that also, right? Because paisa ko, you have to turn it around. You can't just keep it in a bank account. So we work with a lot of entities out there who'd come and educate our ladies. Just a simple thing like, what is SIP, for example? Why not?
Yeah, the other day only I was asking this question to my son, that what is SIP and how we can do this, because he is 18 years old now, and he is doing a lot of investments. So his interest is doing
Very
investments and stock market and all.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's do it together. You teach me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And our kids are, the education system today doesn't groom our kids to be like financially, financial savvy, I would say. We never learned in school what is money, how do you save it, how do you go to a bank, what are fixed deposits, what is an SIP, right? So I teach my kids in our little ways. So they get a 25 dirhams allowance on holidays, and they can either spend it, instead of me buying big gifts, they're like, you can spend that allowance, or you can save it and I'll give you a little bit more. And my daughter, who's like 5 and 6, so she will go and buy a doll. But my son, who's 10, is actually savvy. He'll save it and then he'll say, Mama, can you add 25 dirhams more after a month? Which is how I think we need to groom our next generation, right? So they need to learn how to save and then how to invest.
Exactly. I mean, the next question, what's your take on women balancing career, family and self-care? Is balance even real?
I said, it's never, you're not balancing all of it. You're always prioritizing. You might have 2 days a month, which is about self-care, that today I need to go to the spa and I need to go to the salon to be myself. The other days, the 5 days of the week, it might be about career and you're going to work. And then maybe the weekend is about family. So you're always, every morning, I'll tell you myself, every morning I wake up and I say, what do I need to get done today? What do I need to prioritize? So I'm here on this podcast because I need to be here today. In the evening, I need to get home by 6 o'clock because I want to see my kids. So you're always prioritizing, where do I need to be at this point of time? And that's how you have it, a little bit of all.
So every morning, do you have your checklist? You prepare a checklist that how my day looks like today?
I am very structured in that sense. I have, so you won't see me too much on evening events, for example. Only 1 day a week I'm allowed a dinner outside. 6 out of 7 days, I try and have dinner with my family. And I'm wherever I am in town, you will see Reema running out of the event at 6 o'clock because I want to go home at 7. And I usually do not accept dinner invites unless there are exceptions or very special, basically. So that's kind of my way of, balancing my family and my work.
Great. I mean, always you have to have that box, kept. So IWD is all about creating a network. How important is networking for women in today's world?
Your network is your net worth, right? If you know the right people at the right time, you don't know what opportunities might just come through the door. To be honest, I'm one of those, right? I'm very blessed. Everything we've done today at IWD has been incoming. We've never done outbound sales so far. But it's the network which gives me work, which gives me ideas, which gives me the resources to pull off what we do. So absolutely, you just need to be out there telling your story every day. Because I genuinely believe if you don't tell your story to the world and to your network, nobody will know what you're doing.
No, correct. So true. And I think that way IWD has picked up, and then they have built many careers, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun, Reema. If your life was a book, what was the title of the book?
Unbelievable.
Great. If you could have a coffee chat with any women in history, who would it be and why?
Not history, right? I look up to 2 women today also who are alive and very much thriving. One is Indra Nooyi. She was in Calcutta and she led PepsiCo at a time when brown women in America were not even known. So I look up to her. And when in my IM interviews, I always used to say, I want to join IM because I want to be like Indra Nooyi. She's my role model. And she still is today, basically, right? Because she's shattered glass ceilings like anything. The second one I look up to is Priyanka Chopra. You love her or hate her, you'll find both. But I love her because it's not too many brown women who've crossed, borders and
Yes.
made a space for themselves in America. And she's done it beautifully in front of our eyes. So I love those two ladies, and if I can ever get a chance, I'd love to learn more from them.
Definitely. I hope this wish
Yes,
will
I'm manifesting
come
it.
true
One day
soon.
it will come true.
Definitely. Manifestation
Yes.
is the key. One thing people assume about you that is completely wrong.
That I am not, I'm very arrogant and I'm not approachable, which people think, because I will tell you, because I'm very introvert. So I am very comfortable speaking to a very small set of, my friends. I'm like
Yes.
myself and I'm chilled out. And for others, I'm like, okay, it takes a lot of, I'm not an extrovert and I'm not a natural party buzzer. I will not go and dance in a party if I don't know the party.
Hmm.
But I'm very approachable in that sense. You can message me. My WhatsApp number is like publicly available and anybody can message me anytime.
Yes, I think that's a myth which people they need to know that
Yeah.
because I have myself faced this situation where I had to say no. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not like that.
Yeah.
So a guilt pleasure you don't mind sharing.
यार आई लव शुगर मुझे कोई सिखा दो हाउ टू नॉट ईट शुगर आई वुड बी 6 kgs लेस आई विल टेल यू आई एम वेरी गुड एट कंट्रोलिंग ऑल द अदर फूड बट आई थिंक पार्टी में मीठा तो चाहिए एंड माई ऑल इवन एवरी टाइम आई एडवर्टाइज एन इवेंट आई से कैलाश पर्वत की जलेबी so I think that's more for me than the guest, but yeah, I would love to curb my sugar cravings.
Okay. If you could give your younger self a 10-second message, what would you say?
I think enjoy the journey more and don't take the stress at all. I do that now. I generally enjoy whatever I do, and that's what we are at a place. We are at a good place in IWD. I'm happy to take it slow and steady. I don't want to run a very fast race. I think when we were younger, when I was in my 30s and I was building a corporate career, there was always that pressure of the next promotion, the best case, your ratings on a case or a project you're working on. And I did take that stress as any new analyst would, right? Because you're always a topper. You are an IIT Delhi topper, you're an IIM Bangalore topper, and then you are in a corporate world trying to, in London, in an international setting, trying to prove yourself despite being the only Indian on the whole team. So I did take that pressure, but I think over time I found my own little world where I'm very happy and taking it with the flow.
Nice. The final take of the questions, Reema. What's next, IWD? Any exciting projects or initiatives which are going to come? Which you would
Tons
like to
of
share?
them, yeah. I think I always say bigger and better. We are doing a lot of work around. We've cracked the Indian Women Dubai, the social network. I think it's thriving today on Facebook and WhatsApp and all of that. Then last year we launched Indian Women Network, which is around entrepreneurs, and I think it's doing really well. The 200 entrepreneurs there are thriving, and we bring them opportunities. Like 9 of them presented at Indian Consulate last week in a Shark Tank kind of an event. 5 of them were with me yesterday at a big event in association with Bergman Mall, right? So we bring those opportunities to them which never existed before. We've launched a new small baby called Indian Women Professionals, which is for women like you who are women leaders in corporate roles. I want to grow it in the next year. Something which I also want to grow is the Indian Influencer Network, where we partner with brands and we help them reach out to not only Reema as an influencer, but more influencers in the industry. So those are like the 2 baby initiatives that we're working on. I need to spend more time and energy on those 2. I think IWD and IWN take a lot of my time, but I think those are the 2 things that I would like to grow and have them full-fledged as initiatives now.
Nice. I mean, great. I mean, you are growing so vastly, I would say. It's a great initiative, Reema. If women take just one lesson from this conversation today, what it should be?
My advice to everyone is follow your passion and stay true to it. Whatever your passion is. I think if you call me running IWD successfully, it's because I genuinely enjoy working with women. My whole team is women. My whole audience is women. Usually my clients are women. Usually the brands I partner with are very women oriented. And that's my focus, and that gives me energy. You should be doing what gives you energy. And if you follow your passion, sometimes the road to success is slower, but you get there.
But you get there. So true.
You are an Indian woman in Dubai and you're watching this and you're not on one of our platforms, whether you're a Facebook girl, an Instagram girl, a WhatsApp girl, a LinkedIn girl, Twitter girl, you can find us on all platforms. The favorite ones are Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp because all our event announcements and meetups and activations that we do happen on there. But whichever platform you open every day, we'll be there for you.
Reema, it has been absolute pleasure. Thank you for being so raw, so real, and inspiring. Your journey is proof that women support women's incredible things happen. To all our listeners, if you have been inspired today, go out and take that action because change begins with you. Until next time, keep it raw, keep it real. See you later. And please click the bell icon and subscribe my channel Raw and Real with Shikha.